Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Hawkins. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ross. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
They're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. He finds his man. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught close to the marker. It's Lewis. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They keep attacking through the air. It's caught. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. This time he's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Troy.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
That makes the score Florida 17, Troy 7.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unleashes it. Pulls it in. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Going for the big play. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the catch and knocked down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Lagway. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Running it back, it's Ross. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's looking to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Ross. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. The give is to Taylor. Jukes his way for more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Feeling some heat. Makes his connection.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught over the middle. It's Connor. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to pass, it's Flagway. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Connor. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to the air one more time. Finds a man on the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks, and the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He's right on target. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. They'll give it on the counter. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. Well, they tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Robinson will throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense has the ball for the first time. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got two studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to throw, it's Green. Keeps looking downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, come on now. O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Robinson looking to pass. He makes the connection. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout by the offense.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Parks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Oh, he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes and Boone Pickens Stadium.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for room, it's Jackson. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. Back to throw, it's Green. He's got it down the middle. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. They go to the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. With the line of scrimmage at the 32, they'll line up for a 49-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable, be confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job on the defense. 1st and goal situation. You can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And he's wrestled to the ground.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Robinson will throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Secondary.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Now on 3rd down, and at the very least, trying to get into a little better field goal position. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.